My husky-ish dog, husky husky half or whatever she is. She's small. You know, everybody can't figure out if she's what kind of husky she is because she's bigger than a mini husky, smaller than a small husky, uh, a small full breed. She is a mix, but mix of what we don't know. We got to figure it out. Anyway, she's out back howling like crazy because there was a siren here, and she's having a. She has to let the whole neighborhood know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then our little Chihuahua mix dog down here is, I guess they said, is a mix of a Malinois of some kind. She's down here whimpering out. Oh, Kira's crying. Kira's crying. Ooh. She's not howling. She's whimpering, but I don't know how to do that. What's a dog whimper? Kind of, maybe. Anyhow, I know I'm not playing Dungeons of Naheulbeuk. Oh no, wait. What was I playing? I was playing Mutant Year Zero. I played for a couple of hours earlier, and then I was upstairs playing Marvel Snap on my phone. And then I got my butt up off the couch and decided to go get a snack, and which turned out to be a donut and a yogurt. The yogurt's probably not bad because I do the. It is a was it 15 grams of protein yogurt, and my smoothie here is about 2 scoops of protein plus yogurt, which is about another 7. So it's a lot of that one's a lot of protein. But now I'm back to do some more. No, some more gaming. The yogurt I did is an Alanos, one of the flavored ones, apple crisp. We get these from Smith Brothers. That's where my wife gets our dairy, our milk and stuff. Not everything, but milk usually. Now, you may or may not know, I don't typically work much on my game on Saturday during the day. Kind of my rest day. But you know, it's hard because a lot of times I don't want to rest. I'm not. It's not like I feel like I need to rest from working on it. So sometimes I just want to just go work on it more. It's like my form of entertainment. Um, so hopefully they fixed the store because last week it was broken. Let's see if it's still. When I clicked on this, it would be broken. There was errors and bugs and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it looks like they did come around to fixing it finally. So I checked out this game, Pro Football Strategy, and I thought maybe it wasn't too bad, but it's missing a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much stuff was actually missing. Sport meets slaughter in this roguelite arena FPS. Use lethal sports equipment to crush B-movie monsters. Combine upgrades, perfect your build, perfect your skills, and face the ultimate evil bosses. There's been a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of this 8-bit stuff. I guess that's just something that's. Well, it's actually no. The screen looks 8-bit, but this doesn't. Huh? This actually looks pretty decent. I mean, it's obviously an indie game. It's got to be an indie game, right? That's not a. It doesn't look very non-indie. So Madden 27 is out? No. Oh, okay. That's a. So I'm going to come back and say it again. Madden and college football. Madden. It's still Madden. It's EA. Dude, they got this. They got the art. They got the graphics down. I mean, those things look so good. I mean, I don't know how if the game is. The game's not great because people still run over people too much. I mean, seems like everybody's just able to dominate, which I don't know. I'm tempted. If I had the money, I would buy one of these Madden games and just play it in coach mode and see what kind of simulation stuff it has. But Madden's just gonna own. I mean, people should just get it out of their head. There will never be a non-EA game again for professional football. NFL. NFL branded. There will never be a NFL branded American football game again that isn't owned by EA. They've owned what? They've had this perpetual license since 2000 something. I don't know who they paid, who they slept with to never take the license. Now, all I can guess, why would the NFL not want multiple people paying the license? Because I know there's other companies who would love to pay, but it's all this exclusivity. I've seen a few games manage to get the NFLPA license though. I don't know why. That must be cheaper or something. Places you in an alternate universe. Because what? It's not real teams. My game places you in an alternate universe too. All my players aren't even human. Most of them anyway. College and pro. Late 90s. Wow. Gridiron Masters 98. But it was released on May 7th, 2026. Okay, so I saw this game get released. And it says mostly positive. People are saying it's pretty good. For $10, I'm almost willing to try it because I want to see how it compares to my game. It does feel very, in looking at the way they did it, it's a sim like my game. It's still a little heavy on the sheets and charts, but I thought it was better. Plus, I can't remember how they did their sim.
It's week number 14. We're back at CSPN bringing you all the highlights. Let's jump into the action. Let's take a look at what's going on in the college football world. Traveling to Jefferson Field, where the Panthers welcome the Toads for the Continental Bowl. Provo is looking for their 9th bowl victory, while Maryland strives for their 8th. This one was a rout from the moment the ball was kicked.
They're sure showing you a lot of pages. That's what I'm putting in my game. A ticker. I like tickers. Plus, when you're playing your game, I'm building in a ticker that'll show you games that are also running at that time because we have a scheduled games.
Functional, occasionally impressive, never overwhelming.
I disagree. They showed functional defensive line play, and I was leaning toward that conclusion, but the latest stretch pushes me back. They failed to generate pressure or stop the run consistently. Gaps swing wide, blockers push with ease, and the defensive scheme crumbles around them.
It's interesting how they do that. I'm curious how they're doing the voices and stuff. The dialogue.
Jacksonville is starting a new journey with first-year head coach Stephen Layden.
Toronto kept the tempo high and the yardage higher with 446 total yards.
In Rebel Field, the Mudcats faced off against the Goldens for the Dixie Bowl.
Dixie Bowl. I do play a lot of competitive football games because I want to see how they're doing their game. Is it a direct competitor to mine? Is it a better version, a worse version? It better not be a better version. And rest assured, I have a very explicit expectation for that to happen. But I don't think any game will be the same as mine. I mean, they all do something, right? I mean, really, we're all doing the same kind of thing. This one, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call it.
It's week number 14.
Well, it's early access.
CSPN bringing you all the highlights. Let's jump into the action.
Oh, they left early access. Release date was May 7th. I'm very curious. It does look gamey. It gives me a feel of Madden, which is good, right? I mean, Madden is not a bad layout. I mean, it looks like a game. I'm talking about the sensation of when you're in it. Does it look like you're playing a game? Versus does it look like you're just moving through spreadsheets and filling in values? It has to. See, I don't do a lot of this. They do a lot of people give that high priority. You know, colors and stuff like that. You know, costumes, uniforms, character look. I'm not gonna have that stuff. That's something I might put in later, as in like a future update. But I want to get function and form going.
In the college football world, traveling to Jefferson Field, where the Panthers welcome the Toads for the Continental Bowl. Provo is looking for their 9th bowl victory, while Maryland strives for their 8th. This one was a rout from the moment the ball was kicked.
Wow. I mean, it sounded like they were both winning games. When both teams sound like they're winning games, they say, "Oh, this one was a rout from the start." It's like, really? But college does that, right? Two teams look like they're both powerhouses. They're both 8-0, but one team's been whooping on a bunch of wussies, and the other team's been, beating good teams. So these two teams with undefeated records, one of them gets totally destroyed. But truthfully, in college, all right, let's do it. So I'm going to do a review. Let's do a review. I'm going to do a 3-minute review. Can you do a 3-minute review? All right, let's do a 10-minute review. And but I got to get it installed and stuff because I got to start. I'm going to try and do a 10-minute review. Well, I'm going to put, what is this called? Gridiron Masters. Hashtag game. Gridiron Masters. Now these guys are an indie game. If you go to GM Sims or GM Simulations on YouTube, or I think it's YouTube, yeah. They do reviews of everybody. All right. And they'll even look at your game and go, well, I won't say everybody. I mean, if it's a really bad game, they probably won't. But I'm just saying they'll look at your game and they will run an AI check on it. That's what they did with these guys. And I forgot what it said. I think it said they most definitely probably used AI, but I don't know how they know certain things. Certain things, probably AI. Again, people need to get over the AI thing. If you don't like how a game plays, fine. But look, nobody's vibing a successful AI game. It's vibe coding a successful game. I mean, they're just not. There are no good, fully 100% vibe coded games. They don't exist. And anybody who tells you, oh yeah, I vibe coded this all on, blah, blah, blah. They did not. They did not. And they're lying to you. If it's a good game, they're lying to you if they said it was all done in vibe code. almost always, if you look in the background of a person who says they vibe coded a game, um, and it was a good game, you're going to find that these guys have had experience doing coding. They've had experience doing art or something. They have some game design and historic background. And AI is not yet to the point that the winner goes to the best document writers. That's kind of where a lot of these AI, if you go to YouTube and look at a lot of these AI discussions, it's the biggest thing they'll tell you is good prompts, right? If you work with AI, you design a really good document, and basically you can give it this document built and ready and designed with a bunch of prompts ready to go. Then you just feed it to the best AI model, which right now would be probably Opus for Claude. Some people think maybe Gemini 5.5. Is that Gemini or is that OpenAI? I don't know. I think it's Gemini. Um, but I mean, it was probably Fable yesterday. But they took Fable down, so I don't know when Fable's coming back. But it could be back anytime. It could be back in a week, a month, who knows. But either way, it's down, and you don't have Fable. But and maybe some people were saying Fable's getting close to an AI model that is potentially capable of doing something like that, where you give it a great document, you work with it to build a great document, design document that lays out everything you want, and then you say go, and Fable goes at it. But one of the things you can't do with AI yet is it can't build a Unity project, because it can't work with the objects. It doesn't have a way to interact. Now, eventually, someday there may be the tool. Bezi's close. Bezi's kind of like that, where it can do some of the object models, and it's building in smarter models of Claude. That theoretically it may someday be able to build an app in Unity, but it's not there yet either. Bezi's pretty new. It's only been around for about a year, and they're implementing and getting more features in there. It's pretty good. It's been kind of hit or miss for me, but needless to say, right now AI is not there, and it is the winner. The winner isn't the person who writes the best docs yet, because eventually, is that going to be the world of game design? He who writes the best game idea gets the best game. No, we're not. I don't. No, we're not there yet. I am in the process. I have a second project going where I am trying with Fable to build a game that I already kind of started. I mean, it's, to be fair, I kind of laid the groundwork and built a lot of the underlying design and theories, and it's also built off of a project my current project, in the sense that it's modeling after that. So a lot of stuff I've already put a lot of personal sweat and blood and tears into to use as a basis for this game. But it is highly, yeah, I'd have to say highly vibe coded. I've already had to restructure and stuff, but I'm letting the AI do most of the work. As in, I haven't touched too much of the code yet. It's early days, but supposedly, or at least it looks so far, to have built the majority of my backend services. And I am about to get to that point where I need to start doing UI builds in Unity, where I got to go in and start laying out objects and getting things so they can plug into the backend parts. So that'll be interesting. I won't say it's 100% vibe coded. I won't even say it's 90 or 80%. It's probably going to be, when all is said and done, it'll probably be 50% vibe coded, which is still a massive amount. Now, I say that with confidence that Fable is going to be able to do this. But I could be wrong. It could turn out to just be a better version of 4.6 or 5.5 Gemini. I don't use Opus very often. It's just too many tokens, and I didn't find it that impressive. So right now, I'm kind of stopped because they took Fable, and I don't want to try it with 4.6. I'm building this app. I'm building my football game using 4.6, but I'm not giving it any kind of real autonomy. I'm mostly doing a lot of the work, and I have very specific tasks for it that I walk through with code. And I know the code really well in this game, where I'm actually doing a lot of restructuring, refactoring, rebuilding. That's what I kind of went through recently with this week, because I didn't like the way some of the stuff was laid out by code, so I've been refactoring it. And just because I'm a person who's I'm not great for working with AI because I'm very anal in the sense that I can't just look at code and go, oh yeah, all right, that looks what it's doing. No, it's like, why is it doing it that way? Why is that there? Why are we putting this here? No. I'm like that guy who's just innately skilled at mechanics, and he'll look at like a really bad repair job and then just go in and start pulling everything out, and you're like, what is going on? And then he comes back and puts it back together. That's me. It's like, I'll look at it and I just start pulling stuff apart, and I'm moving pieces of code everywhere, reorganizing and putting things where it makes sense, and I basically restructure it. And then I'm like, oops, I must have missed something and didn't compile. So I start stepping through my code and I'm like, yeah, all right, it's probably something small. I probably just forgot to put back this call or something. And I'll go to AI and go, look, I just refactored this whole mess to a way that looks like it makes sense, but I forgot to put something back. And then it'll read it. After a minute or two, it comes back, goes, oh yeah, you forgot this. And I'm like, oh, all right, put that back in. So yeah, it'll help me find the little things that I break. But then I can at least go, ah, oh, this makes sense now. Like one of the examples of what it did, and I didn't even realize it was doing this. I'm in early design phase, I built my back end or my front end so that the calls to the database were UI, where the UI was DB unaware, right? So it would just say, hey, I need to call this endpoint. I mean, that was about all. It would just know the endpoint. But it didn't know how any of that was happening. It didn't know how the endpoint was getting processed, where it was going, to what database, nothing. It just had no idea of whether we were connected, or it didn't check anything. It didn't do any of that. It would just call a service or a function I built, called API router, and it would go, okay, this needs to go to the local database. This needs to go to the backend. This local database call also needs to be synced to the network. And it would build the whole path. It was like, we say we want to call, and that the data layer, which had the endpoints, was actually another layer above the API router, which basically just told it, the router would just go, or the front end, like say the case of my sync, database sync, it would just say, sync this table or sync this data. And then it would go to the API sync manager data. That data would have all the endpoints in it. It goes, all right, we need to sync that data, sync that data, sync that data. And all it did was call the API router saying, hey, this is the data we're trying to sync. And router would go, oh, all right. And it calls whatever it needs to call and does it. So it's all UI done. So whatever I do in the front end was nothing more than calling back to this router, and the router took care of the connection. Well, I built in guest mode. And guest mode's job was kind of a front end data management. Okay, not guest mode. I'm sorry. Sync manager was kind of the combination of front end, back end, synchronizing data management. But guest mode was doing some of that work. It was like doing the things that sync manager is supposed to be handling. And I'm like, why is this building databases or connecting to the data? And why is it doing all this? And it's like, this is not right. Guest mode's job should be nothing more than managing the guest. That's all it does. Guest account is when you come into the game, you play the game, whether you're online or not. You don't need to be online. You have limited features, but that's just like, it's kind of like a trial. You want to call it the trialware state. You can log in. You can create a login for free too, and you'll get more features. But then you're synced to the network, and your data starts kind of going back and forth. You can still play offline if you're logged in. That's not a problem. But you have a connection to the network, and your data is now like being secured and backed up, and you're eligible to join leagues with people in them, assuming you've got that functionality. That's when you would have start paying. My game, there's features and stuff that's how you pay. right? You pay to play with other people, to play the special events, to do the things that are, or even to have the PC version of the app, which really I'm planning to build in some things like maybe I'll have the play editor will be a PC version tool, because I don't think the way I'm building the play editor is going to work on a phone. I don't think it's practical. My play editor, well, I say it's poorly designed. No, I think it looks good. I think it works good. It serves its purpose, but it's not designed for a small screen. So it wouldn't make any sense on a phone. And so I wouldn't even put that on the phone app. It'll be a feature that turns on with a computer screen. And I have a play editor that works, but it's a web-based, and I haven't decided if I want the web-based one to be the one people have access to. I also have to decide what kind of things would be good for PC versus phone, so you get those extra addies or pluses. So yeah, there's a lot of little things that go with that. So I'm gonna have a Steam version, and I'm gonna have a mobile version. Though they're connected once you create an account. So that's where my game's going. But I do like to play the competition because, one, I like to see what other people did. Plus, I'm building a comparative. You know, I'm going to say, oh, this game has blah, 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 blah. It does blah, 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 blah. This is how it does blah, 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 blah. And then my game will be, and this is how my game does it, blah, 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 blah. So I'll probably a little features that they have, my game, which features it has, what features do the other games have, but mine will have my features with a little description of how they kind of function. And then I'll do the same with the other games. So I'm kind of trying to put together an overall, how does my game compare to other games? What is my game's selling points that my game has that they don't have, or that my game does different? And so yeah, I don't mind trying out new games. This game seems to be getting decent. Let's check out some of the reviews. So this is called Gridiron Masters 98, and this is my review. So first, we're gonna go ahead and download this. It's $10. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give these guys my money. All right, guys, you earned it. You have decent reviews, mostly positive. Is that going to be that? You know, that's pretty good. I forgot what the percentages were for mostly positive. It's, I don't know. Is that 80%? I think it's 80%, right? Let's see what Claude says. What are the Steam percentages of like? What was it? Overwhelmingly, mostly, etc. All right, so positive is 80 to 100%, or very positive is 80 to 100%. Mostly positive, so they're mostly positive. That's good. Mixed is not great. I hope I don't get a mixed. I would feel bad about a mixed, but you know, how big is this? Oh, only 1 gig. Is that? I don't know how that compares to mine. Right now, mine is, I want to say mine is about 400 megs, but mine is not done. So I got a long way to go. And plus, it's going to be a lot bigger when I get more data in there, because I'm going to have data for like 16 years at least of players. And like I said, my game is fully based on real life player stats. Their skills are based on real life player stats. I don't know if What is it? Gridiron Masters. Gridiron Masters is a. Let's see if I click on this. It'll take me to the store page. I want to go back to the store page. Store page.
It's week number 14. We're back at.
All right, let's go read some reviews. Let's start with reviews. No thumbs. I thought I saw a thumb, but the thumb vanished. Why did the thumb go? Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Okay, so these are all thumbs up. That's pretty good. Everything here is thumbs up except this guy. Okay, let's read. You got to read some negatives. Those are the ones that call you out. Yesterday. So just sim the game. Sure, you can change game plan only if you choose the right class role, which that has some serious bugs going on. If you choose to play as scout class, you seem to be bugged up and causes a soft lock when trying to talk with coaches. Games will not sim if you talk with coaches. Weird bug that shouldn't have happened in the game. I waited 20 minutes to see if the talking issue would go away, as the generated talking button only happened when using CSPN Sports Zone feature. Sports Zone features take a while to load up, surprisingly crazy amount of time. It's a cool feature, but it has some bugs. I'm not sure what the idea for this game really is. There is no strategy starting out, just clicking simulate and watching your team win or lose. Great. Did I pay $10? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You don't set depth charts, call plays, or recruit during the season. Depth charts? No? Don't have that. Call plays. My game, you would not call plays most of the time either, but you set a game plan that lets you set that up. Or recruit during the season. Well, you got it. You got to be able to recruit. Well, you don't. I'm trying to decide how to do recruiting in my game. There will be free agency, so you can get players every week. Oh, it's going to be cool. I have a way. I'm using free agency a little different from the NFL. I'm trying to mimic the NFL pretty good on a lot of things, but free agency is going to be different because I'm going to use it to introduce other players from other seasons. See, here's the thing about doing a game like I'm doing. If you create a franchise mode game, well, in this case, they're all franchise mode, or at least for me for now. I haven't created other modes, but they're all franchises. You take a team, and then you join a league, and you play the league. You just play it through. If you want to play one season, fine, play one season. And maybe I'll set up a way you could start over. But you play one season and then play one season and play one season, whatever. But if you want to play, its design is, and the thought is, it's going to be a franchise mode game. You're going to take your team and play all the way through. So how do you get any of those other 16 years of players? Well, you're going to be able to have access to the rookies, which in my game are single year players that I have data for. I pull it all in for the 16 seasons. We have all these players that played 1 year. They're your draft source for players. So there's going to be players, and a lot of players will cycle around because they'll just come back as whatever players to keep giving you new seasons of players. Now, I haven't decided how like if I'm playing in 16 seasons, but if somebody goes in and plays 100 league seasons, there are people who do that, play these games, and they'll play hundreds, if not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seasons. Well, I mean, there's only going to be 16. I might eventually get up to 20, or as the years go on, I add a season, but you're only getting so many players. So what'll probably happen to some extent is you'll start getting repeat players. I mean, like guys that are out of the league will come in as new players, rookies. I'm trying to figure that one out. It's hard when you're playing with real players to keep having the franchise mode, but I want to introduce other players from those for the other 16 seasons, right? And that's non-rookies. You can break them all down, do a percentage chop and bring all those 2000s of players. Like say if you play with Ollie 2009 to start, and then I start introducing the other, and then I have the other 15 seasons worth of players, which is roughly 2,000 players a season. That's was it 30,000 players, right? So you got 30,000 players that you have no access to because you're playing with all of one, you're starting with one season's worth. So the idea is, how do I bring in these other players in a way that makes them feel organic to the game? 30,000 players could handle a lot of seasons, right? If I was to make them all into, if I were to smash all players into rookies, like even if it's a 2019 what's his face, whatever, I should say what's his face, it could be any face, 2019 any face. He comes in, he's an actual NFL player with actual NFL skills based on actual NFL stats, chopped up down to a rookie level season. And ideally, you'd get all these players with their rookie seasons actually available, but you can't do that. I mean, because I may only be able to go back. If I go 16 seasons back, that is going to be the beginning for a lot of the players that are currently available, if they're even not, and they haven't retired. So there's only so many seasons you can go back and get new rookies. So even if I had 25 or 30 seasons, there's still going to be people who excel at it. I can't just play those same unique rookies all the time. So you got to keep bringing players in. So players who aren't drafted might come in, but you want to keep the game fresh and have it always have decent draft players. And so I gotta figure something out. I haven't decided how I want to handle allowing for infinite leagues where you just play and play and play and play, which is you kind of got to have that, right? I mean, that's the world of, that is the world of football. If you're liking the game, you're going to play endlessly. I mean, obviously, because like I said, the program on the mobile phone, I saw people in there with hundreds of seasons. And it's like, how do you support that? I mean, okay, so you have hundreds. So a lot of these games purposely create fake players. You have to, right? Or you think they'd have to, because they're probably trying to resolve that problem of you can't use real players for an infinite number of seasons. So maybe at some point I start generating new seasons of players. So this guy says it's not worth $10. So maybe I spent money I shouldn't have. Recruiting during the season. It really just a season simulator. So you watch the scores. Watching the scores is not the problem. But all plays are recruiting during the season. Huh. Yeah. All right, let's go see. Let's go see. Some people liked it. It's mostly positive. Let's go see what it does. I've installed it. It's mine for $10. I'm going to go ahead and see what these guys actually did. Let's form my own opinion. It sounds like I'm not in any danger. Because it doesn't this game is not the one that's gonna beat me down. I probably does it have a good let's go to the store page quick. Does it have a good summary of its actual let's see, football world, college, pro, fully simulated one game, huh? 120 colleges, pro, full start career, 70 to 90 job offers. Team management. Team management is very light and quick, which keeps things moving. There is a draft board. Draft board, simple free agency, drafting, simple recruiting, transfers, offensive and defensive coordinator hiring. I think trying to build a professional and college into one game on your first iteration of a game is a big ask. I love the idea. I think it's great because it gives you a huge source of players, right? You could have college players and you just have more player pool to work with. I wish I could figure out a way to get a bigger player pool that could support infinite seasons. So I'm trying to figure that out. Now, honestly, what I might end up doing is starting to build amalgamations. Use real players with real player stats, and then build fake players with fake player skills that are amalgamations of other players. So basically, I might take all of the players and just start having this range of players, finding out what their range of abilities are, and building system generated new players. But I would only build rookies that way. I'd still introduce real players via free agency of other seasons. So you can get anybody for all the years the game has, anybody who's not a rookie or in the league, those will be in there too, because you'll have guys who get cut, you get cut, waived, whatever. They'll be in the free agency. But every week, I'm thinking, every week of your league, there will be new players in there where you'll get like notices and saying such and such has decided to rejoin football after X number of years. And it'll say how many years he is. So you kind of get a hint. You'll know his last name. Like, say, for example, let's just say it's an 8-team league and nobody drafted Bo Nix, right? And, or maybe you're playing in 2009 and he just wasn't in the original set of players. You didn't have an option. He wasn't on a team. But he comes in during free agency. It'll say, Bo Nix has decided to play football after all, and comes in with a couple seasons of professional experience outside of your league. Playing for a competitive league or something, a competing league. And so he's just there, and you can draft him, or not draft him, but pick him up from waivers. You have to pay his salary, you negotiate a salary for him and stuff. But these players could come in, and as long as you have you can get the contract worked out, and you can get their players, what do you call it? And you have the salary cap to pay for them, and you beat out other teams that want him, then you can bring that guy onto your team. So there will always be these surprise, maybe fantastic players in the free agency. They may have, high requirements, and but they are going to be there. So that's how I'm planning to use free agency. It's just going to be a little bit of a tweak. But anyway, so definitely some flaws. Let's go see what we got. All right, so we're going to go new game. Let's see what options are. All right, so we got a CRT filter. Oh. I don't know what that is. Show frame per second at the bottom right corner of the screen. Oh, that's kind of like mine. FPS. So I wonder what they did this game in. Does this look like it feels kind of 2D-ish, maybe Godot? You think it's known? Is there anywhere that it's known? I doubt it. It's too, yeah, it doesn't know. It's not a publicly known thing. Software 98 game type. Platform, Windows, Steam. No technical disclosures. They don't know. They said most likely Unity, but that doesn't mean squat. He's guessing. The fact is that it mentions shaders and such, so I figured it's some kind of a game engine. I want to do this on mine. I've been trying to figure out this trick. This is something that's I just don't know how to do yet. I'll figure it out if I want to. What I mean is this moving. See how they have this moving screen behind it? Now mine will be different, but I like that kind of thing. A lot of games do that. I actually started wanting to do it when I saw that Marvel Snap had some pretty cool images that kind of just moved in the background, did stuff. And then I saw other games where had these images that go back. It just makes the game feel alive. It feels like a game, and that's always something I've liked. So let's go to new game. So you have to double click. Single clicking doesn't work. New world. Why world? I guess it's kind of hard to click. It doesn't always respond. Interesting. Okay. 1950 to 1990. Oh, so you're simming one. Interesting. World name. Brody. I don't want Brody. Let's go active mind. So you can only, you do a range of years. Interesting. Huh. What is a, what's a full sim? Generation speed is dependent on CPU. A new world can take a long time if you start years later or from years earlier. If you want the quickest speed, turn off full sim, which will only simulate team history, but will make reading players more vague in the first several seasons as they have no history and stats to go off. Okay, so they generate your players and their past and everything. So a full sim is going to build, it looks like the full sim builds your entire background of the league. So if you don't want that, you want to just start, you may be missing out on some stuff. It's because theirs is, I guess, some, codularly generated. It'll only simulate team history, but will make reading players more vague because they apparently don't have stuff. And it apparently doesn't build them any stats. I'm doing stats, like I said, from a source that will already have them all built when the game is deployed. So this will not be a thing. My players already exist, and they are what they are, and they advance from that point. I don't know what they mean by this, but I'm going to do this. Let's see how much time we have to wait. This is a full game from the beginning of their stuff to 1990, which is the end of their stuff. And I'm doing full sim. This is going to allow it to build everything. Let's see what they mean by a long time. Because it says this could take a while. So it's doing one team. I don't even know how many teams it's building. Oh, that wasn't so bad. All right, so building history. Pay attention to the coach class of your segments, including groups. It's taking too long. Consider lowering segment numbers. Segments? I can't read this. It's too fast. I get about halfway through a sentence. Your coach determines what you excel at. It affects things like that too. So it's just showing me the team. Las Vegas Jacks. So again, my team names, they went unique. They just picked cities in the US and gave them new names. So and a lot of it's because a lot of them are college, right? They said it's an alternate universe, so everybody's made up. I'm checking out the logos, trying to see if they're all the same. I mean, same styling. See, they all have the white border background. That clause right there, that's in football 90. That could be it's either an open image online or they borrowed it from somebody else, because that clause that's ripping through is actually my team's logo in Football Manager 26 on the phone. I think that shark is too. I don't know what they got these from. Let me choose something. It's a little late. I think I was too late. Let's see if it seems like they have multiple sharing the same logos. Because I saw that shark and the claws. It's too late. I was slow. I was slow. But they all have the same basic style of logo, so the logos are very consistent. That's not the NFL. This is like the Eagles a little bit, Seattle or the Eagles. The Eagles. Cardinals. Why are their images not fitting the screen? I don't think their logos are actually bigger than the screen. That's a mean looking horse, man. So I really can't pause this, but I am going to show you something while this is going. This is going to take some time. Oh, it is cycling around, building some lions. I want to show you this. The old letter teams, the bullhorns. Hey, look, they even have Boise, Idaho. Actually, how many okay, so they're just showing you the same teams over and over. They're just cycling through them. So if, that's what it is. It's not showing you all the teams. I mean, some of them, Cali. Unless a lot of them have the same logo. See, they look new. Maybe it's just randomly picking the 59ers. Wow, okay, that's like that. They didn't even bother to try to come up with something that was off the park there. The Hawks. Seattle, Washington Hawks. I'm trying to figure out where my the game I was talking about. I can't remember which one it is. I want to say it's this one. I'll show you in a minute if it's the right one. Nope, it's the wrong one. That's not it. This game was rough. I tell you, a lot of these games that are on the phone are heck. Honestly, the real reason why I'm building my game is because I haven't been able to find a game that I thought was, ooh, great game. Is it this one? Oh, that shark. I missed it. I missed the shark. I was going to take a picture of it. Screenshot. Okay, so I think this is one of them. I haven't shown the claws thing again. I want to show you. Nope, that's not it either. Dang it. Hold on. I'll get it. I can't remember. I know I didn't uninstall it, so. KC. Must be, is it this one? No, it is not this one. I don't even know what this one is. This is crazy game. Oh, this is totally updated, whatever it is. I have no idea what this game is. They totally changed whatever this is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that a new thing? I don't know what that is. I'll have to look at that one later. I don't know what it is though. So I can't find the game I'm looking for. Tried that one, that one. Is it that one? Is it that one? I was just playing with it yesterday. I was just going to show you some logos of a that match. This one definitely is not it. Oh, this is the. This one has. That was a different game. That one's like individual player. It's kind of a weird one too. Honestly, it's. I can't find it. I don't know if maybe it was updated, because sometimes when they update it, they change the logo. Dang nabbit. Go away. Go away. I didn't realize. This takes a long time. Huh? I'm only at 48%. So that's a slow thing. Football Coach Edition. Football League 26. FHC Football. Don't even know what that is. How about... So did you hear that Claude just shut down Fable yesterday? If you hadn't heard, that Fable was their latest. Touchdown 3D. I have so many football games I put on my phone. And honestly, a lot of them aren't great. Apparently, I didn't put them all in my... All right, well, how we doing? 57%. We're cruising right along, going sideways here. It's a lot of data. I think it's weird that it builds it this way. I don't know. I feel like you could have just did what I did and build all the data in advance. You build it for all the teams and you just give it to everybody. Why does it have to be unique? I think that one is a duplicate too. Like I said, I don't know where they got their images, but they're not their own. Unless, of course, they were the ones who built the other game too. Like, I think that Indian face is a duplicate too. Great big story. What the heck is that? I have some weird apps on my phone. Where did I get these apps? Ah. All right, well, I mean, I was playing it just yesterday. I don't know what I did with it. I want to say it's this one, but no, that's not it. Dang it. That then? Nope, that's not it either. I can't find it, man. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. What the heck, man? Where did it go? Big win. It's not the program. It's not super tiny. It's not ultimate. American Football Champs? Is that it? That's made with Unity. No. I don't know what this is. Bowl games. Yeah, it's not it. How we doing? 75%. I'm trying to find this, and I will have it eventually. One of these games is the right one. So it isn't that one. It isn't that one. It isn't that one. Football Goat? No. Football Goat? No. It's not Goat. I don't know what this is. Oh no, this is that one. I already opened this one. Great gurgly murglies. Goat is no, that's player. Madden, Rivals, Touchdown Glory. So I downloaded a game called Football Coach Tradition. That was actually a pretty new one I put on here. It is actually, maybe they changed it. Is this the one? Maybe they updated their game. It's just a different version now. Training equipment. Let's go see my roster. It's totally different in view now. That's not it. I don't know. Maybe I uninstalled it accidentally. I don't know. It's just like gone. Because it isn't that one. It isn't that one. That one. That one. That one. And I can't find it. This one's actually NFLPA. 88%. We're almost there. Oh, I think I found it. This is it. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can show you these team logos. See if I can find all the team logos. Now, I don't know who owns this game, who made this game. But I haven't seen the claws come up again because it's the team logo I use on this game. And when this is done, maybe I'll be able to do a grip, a full view. But let's see if I go to team here, and there it is. Oh, I missed it. Dang it. I was too slow. That's the claws. These are all super magnified. Some of them fit, some of them don't. I missed the claws. They went through once. Now I'm going to have to do it all over again. All right. But Sharp? Why did I name my team that? That don't sound like my name. I don't remember changing it to that nonsense. Okay, apparently it doesn't like that. All right, hey, we're done. We're ready to go. Well, that was kind of painful. So yeah, here we go. Let's try this again. So we have Gridiron Masters 98. Let's see what we got. This is a brand new game just released in May of this year, 2026. So let's see. Let's see what you can do. This is the first thing after you do a full boot. I let it build all the data, which I think is a weird thing, to be honest. I think it's an oddball thing. All right, so I don't know why it would build all of its data to start, but what have I got? What can I do? Perks. So what am I doing here? Choosing it. What's the goal here? Oh, see, character builds. What do I think of character builds? I don't know. I don't. I guess because you can, people do it, but you got thin hair. Thin hair went through a whole bunch, and thick hair went through a whole bunch. That's a terrible naming, man. They didn't even bother to try. We got all these types of hair. We're just gonna go with it. Whatever. Let's see. I would go to. I guess that's who I am, right? This is a game name of mine. All right, state. No. Let's go. We're from Colorado. Born in 1914. Born in 914. Oh, is that a year I got to put in there? Oh, it's just the year. Oh. Do I even care? Do I even care? I'll just say January 1st. Why not? Hat. Hair. Hair bottom? What is that? Like your face? Oh, it's like you could be bald at the bottom of your hair. Oh, jeez. Sideburns. Glasses. They put all kinds of stuff in here. Head. What's my head? Oh my gosh, that guy looks like he's 90. Dude, those guys don't look all that great either. These are some terrible images. I guess that one's not as bad. Just made a long face. Guess we go with a big head guy. Neck? What are they gonna do to your neck? Oh, really? Dude, these are indescribable. Eyes. I don't know. Dude, it's tiny eyes. can't even tell the difference on all these. I don't know. A couple of them changed. Nose, mouth. Black guy's got a tiny mouth. Let's give him a big mouth. Nope. All right, so I'm sorry, but this is like terrible. I mean, it's pretty meaningless. Mustache. Yeah, you know, kind of mustache. Sure. Does that look like a mustache I would wear? Just bigger mustache. Right. Clothes? Well, that's good. Yeah, let's have more clothes. All right, screw that. That's enough of that nonsense. There's not enough. I can't even change my skin color. What the heck? That guy's white as a white. All right. Blah, 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 blah. That's it. That's all you got, man. A little bit of editing to decide who your character is. Tallahassee State Renegades. So my guys, in my game, you don't hire, you aren't the coach. You're the GM. You hire coaches, and there are coaches throughout the game. So as a coach, you're typically capable of leaving your team. As a GM, you don't, generally. You could buy more teams. You could be part of other teams, but you can't in other leagues. But you cannot buy teams within the same league. All right. What is this? Oh, is that who I'm playing? Wait, what? Job offers. Oh, really? He lost the Little Romans Bowl. Whatever that is. San Diego Mayans. Arkansas Ringtails. Tallahassee State Renegades. I don't want Tallahassee. Let's take San Diego. Sure, why not? National Conference, the Rocky West. Sure. What am I doing? Back? Am I going back? What is that? Sign contract. Expectations. What is that? I don't know. Patience. I don't make changes out of frustration, but I do make them. Who's this guy? Oh, athletic director. Do I have a choice? I guess, I mean, it just says, here, this is athletic director. Do you want to sign him? Okay. These are just, I don't know. What is this? This is random stuff? Postseason. Huh. I don't know what any of that means. It doesn't, he's bad. Oh, good. Let me hire that guy. Oh, I see. He's the guy you're working with. He's a bad manager. If you don't want to play with him, you can go like, look at Tallahassee. He's competent. I know that continuity is underrated in this business. The chance of firing a coach if they are on the hot seat. 1 of 5. Huh. I mean, I don't know if I want a poor manager. Arkansas Ringtails. Let's go see what these guys are. He's competent too. I don't fire someone for one disappointing season, but I do evaluate the response. All right. Let's do it. Let's go with these guys. This guy seems like he's a nicer guy. You gotta work for nice guys. You can't work for jerks or people who don't know what they're doing. So you got your schedule. Let's go see what my schedule is. I play New Mexico to start. The score is to be determined. Why doesn't it just say nothing? TBD. Just put a dash, man. Duh. New Mexico Stadium. Non-conference. Interdivision, division, interdivision. Sure, why not? Why wouldn't I want to see the matchup to that game? It's the first game of the season. I'm higher rated in 2 areas, all 3 areas. 4. Oh, wow, I'm higher rated than this guy in everything. So it's a guarantee, right? Guarantee to win. Yes. So bowls matchup back because I don't think there's anything else going on here. Let's go look at my roster. Let's see what these guys do with their roster. Okay, so roster management is a tricky one, right? Most games appear to do stuff like this. All right, so you've got, it'll show you the guy you currently have selected at the top and a list of all the players. I'm trying to avoid lists, but honestly, this may be better than what I'm doing. Mine doesn't look bad. It's just that I'm not sure if how I'm doing it is going to line up. Okay, so QB is easy, right? Teams don't usually have more than 3, maybe 4 in the worst case. Running back, same thing. There's not that many. And they don't have multiple players. I mean, you could have a fullback, right? But the question is, do you separate them all with distinct positions? Like, do you have QB, running back, fullback, tight end, wide receiver, offensive guard, center, or do you just put them all together? So, like, I'd imagine you can resort these, right? Oh, there's no depth chart management. Okay, so you can't. Well, what's up? Recheck? What is recheck? Recheck this player? Recheck him for what? Oh, well, he's a D. He was a C minus. Now he's a D plus. All right. Well, that's interesting. So he got worse. Good job, Ken. Good job on checking on that guy. So I have a freshman QB. I'm going to recheck this guy. Let's see if he's big, very big room for improvement. Slow growth. Let's recheck him. Okay. Moderate room for improvement. Whatever this recheck does, so far, and not so good. They're all getting worse. I don't have good players. That's what this is saying. C minus, D plus plus. So this is a game that starts you off with garbage. Because like none of these guys are good, right? I don't have a single B so far. Do any of these guys look like anybody? Geez, they all just go down. You just get worse with recheck. There is no such thing as positive recheckage. Oops. So with theirs, they don't even have positions. Their offensive line is just their offensive line, and there are no backups. You have 5 players, and that's what you get. So they have these abilities. What is that? No, but still useful. He's not a good tactical fit, but he's useful. Okay, I don't know what green zone is supposed to mean. Strength and weakness neutral. Very little room for improvement. Hey, he went from D plus to D. Yeah, no, these guys are just, they only get worse when you recheck them. Don't recheck your guys, apparently. That's what the game is telling me. Don't recheck them because they're not going to be better. What is this? Oh, okay. That just goes to the next player on the list. Pep talk him. Am I going to go to C minus? Hey, he went to C plus. He actually went forward. I guess that's woohoo. GB. Most go backwards though, it seems. I feel like freshmen should have very little room for improvement. Okay, let's just recheck him. Oh, he's even worse. Let's recheck him again. He went back up. I don't know how they decide that. I don't have any idea what that is. Random something or other. It's not good. Okay, so it's very common in games. Most of the sim management games I've seen so far. I'm not saying all of them because they all do their own thing. But so far, I have not seen a single game that gives every player a chance to improve during the week. This is what I liken to the end of a football game. They go, Tom, Frank, Joe, Steven, you come to practice this week. The rest of you go home, get some rest, hang out. We'll see you next Sunday. And the following week they go, all right, Mike, Frederick, Jose, and Ken, come by. We're gonna work this week. The rest of you go home. See you next Sunday. I mean, that's what that's like. And some of them might improve, some of them might not. But the rest of your team doesn't get a practice. They don't get to be better. Only guys who can improve are the ones you give. And I don't even know what this recheck is supposed to be doing. It's like let's randomly assign them something different. I don't know. And it's usually only within a space. I mean, he went D plus C minus. He went C minus to D plus. I don't think. Okay, I'm not feeling any threat from this game so far. Anything it's doing, I feel it's weird. I'm not. I won't say that I'm feeling too worried. Okay, so Gerard Skews, who is he? He's a coach. Tactics, green zone. I don't know what that means. I don't resign just because the pressure spikes. Well, that's good. I see enough to trust my value, even if they're not perfect. Okay, so this is kind of a thing. It's very simplistic. I don't see anything about plays in this game at all. I mean, you don't put plays in. There's no plays on it, I don't think. Yeah, because then you just have your coaches, and then you have your coach, which I guess is you, right? Daisy on Z. I've done nothing, so I have nothing to show. Team history and league. All right. Oh, what else we got? CSPN Sports Zone. Off season. Are we off season right now? Guess not. And then options. Okay. So now what? What's the next thing? I don't like this for one. These should not all be grayed. Like this is like light gray, like it doesn't work. And these are like not as light gray or not as faded gray, and these do work. That's bad UI. Come on, guys. Update your UI. Clean it up. I know you just started, but that's not how menus should show you. Like they should all be white, and then you just show the little arrow to say you're about to select it. So, just like this. There's no reason why these have to be dark gray, and then these just darker gray. These should be fine. You can either have them this color or this color. Doesn't matter, because all your working menu items should be this color. And then when you select one, the arrow will pop up. You'll know you're on that item. No reason it has to change colors. That's just weird. How do I get out of this? How do I go back? Do I go to league? Okay. Oh, there's it back. So on here, there's no back. So what do I do? Quit? I'm afraid that's actually going to quit the game, right? Conference, division, history. I don't need that. What am I supposed to do right now? What's the next steps? Roster, coaches, coach, team history. I already did this. Save? All right, we'll save. Good grief, how long does it take to save, man? What all did it do that takes so long to save? I didn't do that much. Yeah, saving is way too long. That's not there's something inefficient going on there. That is AI, I'm telling you. A developer who developed their own code, developed their app outright, would not have a save that takes that long. I can see it if you did a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see if the next save is that long. Maybe it's because it hadn't saved the entire generation of the league that it had to do. But you know what? All this stuff is happening, I assume, on your computer. So when it downloaded, created the league for you, shouldn't that have all gone into a database and you're saved? I mean, why did I have to hit save for some of that stuff? I mean, creates it, it's saved, it exists. I don't know about the whole stuff you do. I mean, you shouldn't have to save most stuff. My game has no saves. It just continually updates, saving what you do, goes in. It is what it is, what it is. You're progressing as you go. There's no pressing save. There's no reason to. The game's keeping track. I don't know how to go from here. I am, wait, maybe I have to go click on this. So matchup, say yes. And then, nope, that's not it. I thought maybe there was a, how do I do anything? Playoffs? Bowls? Matchup? Wait. All right, that's good. That's not what I want to do though. How do I go back? I view the matchup, and is there a simulate button? Am I not seeing something here that there's supposed to be? I don't see how you're supposed to actually start a game or continue in the season. Roster? Roster? Coaches, coach, team history? Now I know I saw people online saying they were just press a sim, but where's the press a sim? I don't know. I don't see it. Somebody tell me, help. Help. I don't know where to go. Standings, division standings, conference standings, and just standings. There's plenty of pushing on. You can go look at other teams. Yay. I don't know. Lots of teams out there. But I don't know. Off season complete. Okay, that's great. And then we do something. Quit? Maybe I'm in a sub menu of some kind. What am I supposed to do here? I feel like quit's gonna leave the game. Which, you know, makes sense, right? Do you have to quit and come back? What exactly am I supposed to do here? Bowls? Matchup? Oh! Oh, okay. So you double click on the game itself. Don't look at the matchup. Then it'll simulate. All right, that is not obvious. Why not just put a button down here that says simulate? Why is a weird double click there? It's not intuitive. Because you have all these buttons. But all right, so you can simulate a bunch of games. All right, I gotta see how bad this is. Sound like the game. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. That's not. It doesn't even. That's terrible. I don't even. I'm for a loss of words. Well, other than terrible. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, Gridiron Masters, but all you did is throw me a random score with what? Some random yards, attempts, and completions, and I mean, obviously you're doing something for all the players because there's gonna be stats and stuff related to everybody. But there's like zero attempt to show. I mean, you didn't even the minimum before this I had ever seen was one that did by quarter. It would show you first, second, third, fourth score. You just see the score. In fact, it would actually show you the scores as they happen. It'd be like 3-0, 3-7 first quarter. And then it'd be 10-7, 10-14 second quarter. Then third quarter would be like 13-17. Fourth quarter would be 17 all. And then OT would be, 20-17. It would just show you as it progressed. It would show you every score. This one just showed you two numbers, the final score. Now, yeah, I destroyed him. Woohoo me! But I don't know, man. That's okay. But it obviously does something behind the scenes because it is giving yards. And it says I have 219 yards passing. I assume I have 219. So at least it's giving you the real numbers. 23 of 43. Yeah. So, I mean, at least the numbers appear to be matched up to the actual players. That's good. Running, I have 65 yards. So rush. Wait, that's what? That was receiving. So wait. Oh, there's way more than that. I didn't see all these other guys. A lot of receiving yards. Okay. So what is that? 146, 160, 71, 171 total. Yeah, okay. So yeah, at least it matches up to the players. So it did something that randomly gave a bunch of play. I mean, I assume it's all random. If there's actual logic going on with these guys, okay. Miscues. Minor offense. What does that mean, minor? Does it show? Does it actually show interceptions? TDs? Did this guy have TDs? Nope, just yards and his QBR. So nobody fumbled? Scout, I don't know what that is. Scout. And then mine is Scout, Executive Scout. Are we like, is this supposed to be college? Like, am I colleging right now? Minor offense. I don't have any idea what this is. This is a weird way to do. I assume that's some logic of fumbles and interceptions and bad plays. Punt, TD, punt, TD, punt, TD. TD. A lot of TDs. And a missed field goal attempt. That would be a miscue, right? Punt, field goal. That was their only score. Second drive. Punt. So we defensively beat the snot out of these guys. They could not do squat. Just punts. Okay, well, that's a thing. We're done. So, season's going. Let's go see if there's anything that happens in the in-between. Let's see what the matchup on here says for these guys. I am a lot of 30, 20, 16, 80. Ahead. So theoretically, the Jaguars are in trouble as well. They're 0-1. So that's good. Let's go look at the roster. We should have some stats now, right? So if I double click on this guy, we go look at his stats. He's got stats. Yay. 1989. What season is it? Week 2, 1990. Okay. Even though I put 1950 to 1990 in. So what does that mean? If I have it playing, I have it from 1950 to 1990. And so is that other stuff just historical? it doesn't mean anything. Because you got to figure the players on your team, especially if they're college, have little to no history because they're college players, right? And you don't get to decide if you're in pro or it has both built in, but you don't get to decide. I made a mess again. I'm always making messes when I pour my drink in. That's my way. I can't help it. Hold on. Okay, so I'm cleaning up my mess. So there's a lot of positive reviews on this. Some people have either low bars or they don't know what they want. I mean, this is about as just a sim as you can be without being just a sim. It doesn't have, I say you can't do much. I mean, there's really no management at all. What does this button do? Make this player the starter. Oh. Well, yeah. Isn't he already the starter? Isn't that his thing? Why wouldn't he be the starter? He's the guy who's at the start. I mean, I don't know. So pep talk? I don't know. That's weird. All right, let's go back to the schedule. We'll do another game. I don't really... Yeah, there's just really nothing to do in this game. What does this do? Broadcast audio. Somebody said this was pretty broken. I like the idea of these kind of things, but my game's not going to have it right out the gate because I haven't decided how I want that kind of thing implemented. Let's do this because honestly, I think I'm going to win. It's going to take like a half a second. Oh, I lost. So much for that. I was higher rated in everything and I lost anyway. So I threw one more pass. I had one more completion. And I had more yards and passing. And I had more yards in rushing. Okay. I carried the ball more times. So basically, theoretically, I had the ball longer. Threw the ball more, had more carries, more. So I theoretically had the ball longer. This guy never rushed for a touchdown. I rushed for 2. I mean, to look at stats, I beat this guy bad. I mean, it was like nothing. Oh, I didn't sack him or tackle for a loss at all. He did sack me once. No fumbles, turnovers, safe, nothing. Just a safety. Oh, did I lose because of a safety? No, I got a safety because it must have been 21 points. That is crazy. Bonus plays? What are bonus plays? TD. So I was up, what, 14-0? And then he scored. So it's 14-0, and then it was 14-7. And then it was 21-7. But then he scored to 21-14. I kind of fell apart, it sounds like. And then he got a safety. He basically gave me the ball back. But I didn't do anything with it. I just punted out the rest of the game. And then he scored to get a fourth score. So I was up 23 to 17. Right? No, 14. I was up 23-21. And then he scored a field goal too. So these last two, I was up 23-21, and then he's, no, 23-7. Wait a minute, what? So he's got 2 touchdowns to this point. I had 3 touchdowns and a safety. So I was, and then he scored 2. So he had 14. Oh, 14 and then 10 points. So it was 23-14, and somehow last 2 game scores I lost. Well, isn't that awesome? I managed to blow it in the last 2 drives of the game. But see, that would have been fun to watch if the game was going. I lost in the last 2 drives of the game. That sucks, but yeah, I don't. The game had nothing. I don't like games. Also, honestly, too, the whole idea of simulating 5 games in a row, I don't like it. My game's not going to allow that. Sorry, guys. If you want a game that lets you just say simulate the season or simulate 5 games, then play this one. My game's not going to let you do that. You can run any game, but it's like the fastest you get to play a game is the schedule of the games. Now, if you're playing AI League, you can run them as you go. You could just run one. But there's stuff that happens between every week, so you got to run every week. You got to do your training, and then you can do your week. Some weeks you get less training than others because some games are in the middle of the week, or you have less days. But ultimately, you have just so many hours in a day to train. You do that, you simulate your game. And the game will not, my game was not going to be like this where you just hit sim and bam, you're done. You're winding down for the night, huh, Crossbow? Yeah, I'm, well, it's only 5 o'clock my time, so I'm not. Appreciate it, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to know you're out there, still hanging in. My game that I'm designing is still progressing. It's getting better. 1 a.m., so you're 6 hours ahead. So you are not in the U.S. You are in, where are you? Britain? You must be in what? Are they about 6 hours? Brit, you're in I would think you're in Britain. I don't know what. Hey, then I'm good. I'm doing pretty well. But anyway, so I thought I'd do. You're on a dinghy in the sea. Why, did somebody kick you off the ship? Get him off! Give him this little boat. Just stick him out there. He'll be fine. I was doing a review on this new game that came out. It's called Gridiron Masters 98, PC and a Dream, and because I'm developing a football sim myself, I was curious. I actually paid for this. It was only $10, which is just at that cusp of games I buy, because I don't buy games that are usually more because I'm poor. But I had to, because I've been trying to do reviews on different games that I can afford to buy. I've done a lot of them on mobile phones, and if I had to give this one my current. Wait, who told it to finish? Wait. Audio? I don't want audio. What do you mean wait until audio is finished generating? What? I don't want to wait till audio is finished generating. What nonsense is that? Slow growth. So did this guy get any playtime? Has he played it all yet? Oh, 1987. He has high school stats. What the heck? 1987. I guess he's going to show you what his high school stats are. I don't know. Is that any good? 4 fumbles, 10 interceptions. That wasn't very good. These guys are not good quarterbacks. Let's give this guy a pep talk. I don't know what that does. Just do it. Did it show anything different? No. Can I do this now? What do you mean audio finish generating? I don't want no freaking audio. What's it? Audio finish generating. So what do I think of this game? If I had to give it a rating based on all of the football sims I've seen so far, most on the mobile because most have played it free to play, but I've also tried the college dynasty or football coach college dynasty. God, I always get that back next up. And honestly, if I had to rank this amongst them, this one would be towards the bottom. You do very little. I mean, you could have put this on the phone just as easily. Guys, make this mobile. Of course, then you have to decide how you're going to get paid. You're getting $10 a game doing it on PC. Mobile, you would not. You would have to probably do free to play. And would anybody, what would they pay for on this game? I mean, you have to come up with more stats. You need more stuff in this game if you want to make money. But here's the deal. Somebody probably whipped this up in a couple of months and they're getting $10 a game. This is probably something somebody pulled together pretty fast. They did a good job. It looks good. This game looks good. And therefore, I'm impressed for that amount. It has a very gamey feel. It has a lot of potential and appearance. But it's missing a ton of play. There's nothing to play. Just running a bunch of sims is not. All right, I don't want to do that. It's not going to let me do. Can I just skip here? So I'm stuck. So there's some kind of audio generating going on, and I'm not allowed to do anything. The game is basically frozen. It says 100% down here. Oh, is that because I pressed that stupid pep talk? Pep talk did that? Oh. Ah, that must have been what I did. Is that what it was? It says 100% though. 100% what? Is it doing something? Well, music's doing something. But I don't know. It says 100% here. I don't know. It's definitely a bug. It has to be, because what the heck is it doing? Please wait. What do you mean? What audio? This thing? That's not a... What am I waiting for? Don't pep talk your players, people. You'll never get out of the game. All right, what if I quit? All right, we'll try... Let's see if quitting the game. By the way, apparently playing quit takes you back to a different menu. I thought that was the main. I love my Saturday smoothies. Can I go to the roster now and do something, or is this still stupid? What? 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 It didn't save my results? Okay. Look, people, you can't design a game that doesn't. Why would you even have non-auto saving on this? Why would you? What could possibly be the benefit to creating a game that requires saving after every game? That is so many levels. Oh my gosh, and it's still audio generating. Let's do that. Let's just close it. I am all right. Not impressed. I'm getting less impressed as the moments go on. Whatever that audio generating thing is, it's all bugged to heck. All right. Well, hopefully by killing the app, I was able to kill the audio generating nonsense. Let's see if it's going to be recovered. So the game does not save your game results. So I played 2 games, won one, lost one, and I'd be willing to bet these are not predetermined games. So I don't have any idea how these games are going to go. I am not going to repeat them. Whatever that pep talk thing is, don't push that again. We'll simulate to here because I already played 2. It's probably going to go bam, bam, bam. These are very quick. I got clobbered in 2 of those games, or 1 of those games at least. All right. Yeah. See what I did. Dude, I got crushed in all 3 games. Oh. So whatever happened, my team is totally not good anymore. Let's do 3. I'm not feeling the joy in the simulations at all. You have no input. Simulate the games. I'm losing every game, so whatever the logic is on this. Oh, I won 1 game in the middle here. So yeah, man. I won 2 games. Let's go ahead and simulate the last 3. Number 6, Auburn. I'm going to lose that one for sure. Well, I beat the Dogs, whoever they are. What am I, 3 and 9? Ugh. So I won 3 games. Number 1, Tulsa. That was probably terrible. Oh, I was actually kind of close to them. How about Auburn? Actually, I wasn't terribly bad off there. I beat them. I beat number 6, Auburn. This game's weird. I was close against the number 1 team. I beat the number 6 team. And I lost 1,000,000 games. I'm sorry, guys. I have to say it. I have to give this like a 2. 2 out of 10. I'm not feeling it. Till next time.